They're gonna say that you cannot have it all, but baby girl, I'm here to tell you, you can have whatever you want. I'm in my 30s. My 20s was my trial and error. Now let's turn it up.
Oh, you lead me to paradise.
If I share with y'all the conversations that I be having in my head with myself, I feel like I will have some really good content, y'all. Let me turn this down. It's like when I'm being true with myself, like I'll be real, I'll be funny. But yeah, I don't be wanting people in my business and stuff. Try not to curse, y'all. I love Jesus, but I do tend to cuss just a little bit. But I'm trying to be a little bit more ladylike, but a little bit more demure, not cussing like that. I'm trying to just make some changes. But like right now, I'm doing an order. I'm mad I picked up an order that was as far away as it is. I hate doing a 15-mile order, but sometimes like it'll tell you the total amount. So the total amount for this order was 15 miles. And then sometimes it could be like 7 miles to the pickup spot and then 7 miles to the drop-off spot. Boom, you know. I know that's 14, but that's just an example. In this case, it was 1 mile to the pickup spot and 14 miles to the drop-off spot. So I'm going across town. So I'm just riding and thinking and talking to myself like I like to do. And I'm just like, dang, if I would yap with my subscribers, my online family, the way I do it myself, I would probably have some really good content, because I know that people can relate to a lot of stuff that I be having going on, and I be talking about myself with my head, especially like life in 30s, life as a single mother, life as about to be divorcee, or however you say it. It's a lot, y'all. And I'm 30 now. I'm about to be 30. The other 3 is silent, if you can pick up what I'm putting down. And for the absolute longest, my biggest shame was being a single mother, and my deepest fear, or one of them, not my deepest, but one of them, was getting divorced. And that's how I felt, you know, in my 20s. In my 30s, I didn't so much start to feel that way, but yeah, I've been separated going on, 5 years now. So I've had time to mourn it, even though I'm not, like, you know, fully divorced yet. I've had time to mourn the marriage and what I wanted it to be, because I never wanted it to get divorced. But of course, you know, unfortunately, some things just don't work out. And it's just, I felt like a big failure. Like, dang, girl, you couldn't keep this marriage together, when it takes more than just wanting the marriage to keep it together. You have to actually, you don't work on it. You can't just say, yeah, I want to stay married. You have to actually work on it. But yeah, I did not think I would come out on the other side to where I am now, looking like, yeah, feeling like, yeah, I can do this, you know. I'm a single mother, but it's not the end of the world. I'm not dying. It's not a disease that I'm going to die from. But 5 years ago, you could not tell me that. 5 years ago, I was like, oh no, am I going to be a single mother again? Like, how can I do this? And I do still struggle with, you know, because I do take responsibility for me ending up in the situations that I ended up in, because I'm keeping it real, y'all. Be a little transparent with y'all. No, I'm not usually transparent. I'm be a little bit more transparent than I usually am. When I was in my early 20s, that's when I had 5 kids. Married to the last kid's dad. The other kids have different dads. When I was in my early 20s, like, my standards just weren't where they need to be. And I was really just looking for love. That's all I really wanted from a person, was love and support. And I just wanted to give love back. And not even realizing that, now I know, but younger me didn't know, it takes a whole lot more than love to make a relationship work, let alone a marriage work. Little 25-year-old me was not ready to be a wife, but there I was walking down the aisle, yes, crying my eyes out. But it takes a whole lot more than, oh, I just love you, to make anything work. It takes respect, commitment. Finances are important. Y'all have to be aligned. Y'all have to have some of the common goals, be on the same page, be able to communicate again, about things. Everything ain't always going to be peaches and cream. Nothing is. Not relationships, not jobs, not friendships, nothing. It's always going to be peaches and cream. But to make stuff work, you got to be able to, love ain't enough. And that, I just didn't know that in my early 20s. So I ended up in situations where, oh my gosh, I love you. Boom, baby. Oh my gosh, I love you. Boom, baby. That's I'm laughing now, but like, that's not funny. I heard somebody on the internet say, like, dang, some of y'all have babies with everybody y'all go with. I just kept scrolling because I was like, shut up, leave me alone. You could have tagged me. So my first relationship from high school is my first daughter's dad. 3 years later, I met a guy. He did propose. We were engaged, and that's my first set of twins dad, but we didn't work out. He disappeared off the face of the earth for years, but that's a whole nother story time for a whole nother day. I'll probably make that a story time one day, because that is a wild story. But 3 years after that, I met my husband, and we got married kind of fast. We got married like 6 months after we started dating, and it was probably mainly because I got pregnant. Now that I'm looking back, but I really thought that he was everything that I ever wanted, y'all. I really did think that, but now hindsight is 2020. You just didn't take enough time getting to, know a person, because a person can have a good character. That doesn't mean they're going to be a good, fit for you. That doesn't mean they're going to be good at marriage. It doesn't mean they're going to be good at, being a husband or a wife. So while he may be a good person, that doesn't mean that we were, good together. So we definitely didn't have enough time to date, because if we would have had enough time to date, or if we would have dated longer, we would have saw that, oh no, we're not a good fit. We cannot do this. We're not going to do this. But try to hold on as long as I could, and just sometimes things ain't supposed to be held on to. But I'm so upset that it took me to my 30s to realize, girl, follow God. Don't be following these news. Follow God. God will direct your path. Stop trying to find your own way. The love that you're looking for in these news is probably just down within you. Like, you're not gonna die if somebody don't love you. And people love you. It's just not, it might have been, I don't know if it was self-esteem or just not feeling validated. I really can't put my hand on why I felt that way when I was much, much younger, but I just really wish I could have had a mindset that I have now back then. And I see so many young girls that are, like, mature, especially when it comes to dating, and I love that for them. I love that, they are learning that some of these boys are just boys, not all of them, but some of these boys are just... My phone died, y'all, because it got overheated in the window, and I needed it to find the directions for this house. But anyway, I dropped that off. Oh, I can get off here. I don't want to be too far down too much. Matter of fact, I can, so I can go to the school. But yeah, I was just doing a little yap on stuff that I wish I knew in my early 20s. Now, 10 years later, I'm like, the light bulb was like clicking on. Like, it wasn't clicking, it's clicked. But for one, I really wish, or if I could give any advice to the younger generations in your early 20s, I'm always going to say, keep yourself first. Put yourself first. Do not confuse that with keeping God first. You're always going to keep God first no matter what, but right after that, keep yourself first. And let's get to the money. Just get to the money. I don't want to say niggas get money, but fuck niggas get money. And if you do so happen to get pregnant and have a child or two, or however many kids you have, really, it really doesn't matter. Just stay on your grind. If the dad decides he doesn't want to do what he's supposed to do, don't chase him to make him do what he's supposed to do. Just stay on your grind. You got to file for child support. You got to file for child support. You got to do what you do. But regardless of what they do, stay on your grind so you can be good. Make sure your mental is good. Make sure your physical is good. Make sure your health is good. Because if you're not good, how can you make sure that your kids are fully good? You hear me? And, you know, just be a lady boss. And a lady boss doesn't have to be. For the longest, I thought being a lady boss was just like being like in, you know, corporate America, being a boss of everything, telling everybody what to do, being very much in your, who beeping at who? I thought he was beeping at me. Being very much in your, oh, they beeping at that car. Being very much in your like masculine energy, but that's not necessarily what a lady boss is at all. You could be a very in your feminine, soft girl lady boss. You know, lady boss just means getting to the money, building the life that you want, regardless of whoever comes around. And if you do have a great guy in your corner that's getting money too, that's fine as well. That is fine as well. But always make sure you got you. A good man is not going to hinder you from doing what you want to do. See, there go the police. And you're driving crazy. Yep. If a man really loves you, he's not going to stop you from pursuing your dreams. They're going to say that you cannot have it all, but baby girl, I'm here to tell you, you can have whatever you want. Just go and take it. That's it. That's all you really got to do. That is a formula I have cracked. You can literally have whatever you want. You do not have to sit around and wait for somebody to love you, to go and achieve and accomplish your dreams or whatever it is you want. You're not, if you don't have a relationship and nobody's not, oh my gosh, in love with you right now, you're not any less than. Go live your life. Go on vacation. Go invent something. Create something. If you enjoy sitting in the house watching movies and that makes you happy, sit in the house and watch movies and just be happy and do whatever you want to do, because you only got one life. And now I don't feel like, oh, I'm super duper old now and I done wasted all my 20s. I don't feel like that, y'all. I don't feel like that at all. I feel like I'm in my 30s. My 20s was my trial and error. Now let's turn it up. But seriously though, I see so many ladies in their 20s that accomplish so much. And shouts out to y'all. Shout out to the boss babes and the boss moms. I see so many boss badass young moms, and I love that so much for y'all. I love the examples that you are setting for your babies. And come on y'all, let's just turn up a notch.